Hello everyone, it's Blair. First video for me to come back to. I know I'm a bit late to the party by like 9 days, but you know what, don't care, because I might as well make a review on it. This is basically just gonna be up the Shin Godzilla remodel. So let's just get down to business, I suppose. Alright, so first off, Tail Whip was actually changed to Devastation. Here's what it looks like. Hitbox-wise, I would say, actually, I'll get into this later. We'll focus on how he does PvP-wise after this, but you're going to look at Devastation. Okay. Next up, we have the Atomic Breath. Next, we have Back Beams. And then we have Tail Beam. Those are the attacks. Next up is, well, here's the walk animation. Idle, back to walk, and then run. Pretty smooth, in my opinion. I think they're pretty damn good. Next up, the roars. Here's God Incarnate. Let's see if we can get a cinematic angle on this. Hold on. And next up, we have Death Rival. Well, that's a nice gel slip. Oh my god. Ow. And now, let's check out... Actually, here, let's have a cinematic view of that. Okay. And now let's check out the swimming animation. Seems pretty good. I mean, oh, okay. It's not the best in my opinion, but the old Shin swimming animation was literally just him being stiff as a statue and just occasionally moving his tail, so it's an improvement over that. So, yeah. Oh yeah, also, yeah, now he does the funny now. Oh dear. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna get into like how he does PvP wise and how I think he fares on the list, like the tier list. Now overall, I would say he's tied for best of S tier with Burning now, and I'll get into why. Now, damage wise, cooldown wise, and charge cost wise, his tail is the same as before. You know, 810, 4.2 second cooldown, and 18 charge. But here's the thing. The old Shin's tail hitbox covered his entire tail and his lower torso. This one only covers like the end of the tail, which you could probably see why that could prove to be iffy in like melee fights. Not only that, but his back beams now straight just aim straight up So it's hard to hit targets like when you're on the same ground, level as them, so to speak. This kind of also butchers the back beams and tail whip combo. So, like, in standard melee combat, Shin is pretty poop. Oh my god, who the fuck is it? And, but yeah, in melee combat, he's pretty poop now. But in everything else, he's actually really good. I'm going to make a demonstration as to one of the things. For example, back beams. Before it was really annoying for flyers, but now the way it's designed, it's... Sorry about that interruption, but anyway, as I was saying, yeah, back beams was annoying to flyers at first, but the way it's designed now, although it's not good against ground kaiju, it's actually kind of scary for most flyers now, if they decide to get too close. Not only that, but his beams, I'm going to make a good demonstration here. Hopefully I have enough charge to make a good demonstration. Essentially what you can do is you can kind of chain your beams now. Like earlier, like Shin could kind of use his beams, but you can use your beams back to back now, which means you can do constant beam spam damage, which can make it really hard for people to approach you. Not to mention that the primary beam does 2,400 damage, and the tail beam does 1,000. That's like 3,400 damage for every beam combo you make. At point blank, that is. But even that beam from far away, that's nasty damage. So in beam combat, Shin is unmatched. And, although, on an even playing field, back beams aren't that great against other ground kaiju. What you could do here, I'm just going to make a demonstration, like pretend I'm getting attacked by someone right here. What you could do is use your beam while they're approaching you, like stay near the shoreline, is as they try to rush you, you position yourself below them, and then you hit them with the back beams. So you can still put them to use in melee combat. Top this off, if you didn't notice while I was making an animation demonstration while swimming, it's really good in water combat, especially with like reverse swim. Reverse swim, you can kind of like push them upwards in case a flyer's chasing you. So against flyers, he does even better now, like amazing. In water combat, he's even better now. He's amazing. In beam combat, he's like, I'm arguably one of the best kaiju in the game for that. He has good health, insane regeneration like always. He's slow, but honestly with all the other qualities, it's hardly a difference. The only thing that sucks is that in raw melee combat, like on a flat playing field, he sucks balls. Especially against like small kaiju. Because if you have an especially, yeah, like let's say a Godzilla Jr. gets the jump on you, there's not much you can do. Because he'll be able to avoid your tail, and you could try beaming him, but I don't know if it'll be enough to get the little turret off of you. But apart from that, you're pretty set. Like, he is an amazing kaiju. Like, and the reason he's tied with Burning is, like, Burning is amazing in melee, amazing in beams, and good at water combat, but it struggles against flyers. Shin technically has more advantages in Burning, but because his one weakness is such a bad weakness, that's why I'd say overall they're tied. Like, Shin does have more favorable matchups overall than Burning, though. Because technically speaking, against small kaiju, you could, as long as you keep your eyes peeled, you could beam them from afar, because most small kaiju don't have much health anyway. So your beams could, in theory, scare them off. The only objectively bad matchups are Gojira, Destroya if you're the same skill level, because I will say a skilled Shin could beat a brainlet Destroya, but, you know, skilled versus skilled level, no, Destroya will... it's a similar situation to Skilled Gigan versus Skilled Destroyer. Like, it'll take a very long time, but Destroyer will win with not much health gone. But in Monster Zero, I wouldn't even say Monster Zero is a bad matchup. It's just, I don't know. Because Monster Zero has a lot of health, and he can also deal a lot of damage. I'd say in Monster Zero versus Shin, you might be somewhat even. If not, then it is still slightly in your favor. But yeah, realistically, the things you need to watch out for is Gojira, Destroya, and small kaijus like ambushing you, or at least high-level ones like Godzilla Jr., like a high-level Godzilla Jr., high-level Anguirus. As embarrassing as it is, a level 25 Gojira, like, it gave me a run for my money because it got onto my ankles. Like, onto my ankles, and I could barely hit it. But as long as you don't get ambushed, he's really good. He's just really good. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Shin Gojira Remodel. I hope you enjoyed.